end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams, Greg. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Towns. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Unloads from 13 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Dishes it to Johnson. He feeds it to Jang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sanford. The rebound by Gibson.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Sanford can't get it to fall. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Last game for Atlanta, they ended up with a loss to the Trailblazers. They suffered a blowout loss, trying to leave that one in the rear view and focus on the game at hand. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team. They're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA championship.
Take charge here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. Last outing for Atlanta unsuccessful. Bekovic is checked in for Towns. Bean comes in for Wiggins, and it's Mr. Clutch in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Atlanta, Splitter's checked in for Horford. Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Korver. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Cephalosha. Splitter is out there with Scott. Then there's Teague.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
That is good. Mr. Clutch has got his first bucket in this one. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. Offensive rebound. Bekovic passes to Mr. Clutch. And the shot is good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Atlanta's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. To the inside, and it's slammed in by Splitter.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Sanford. Here's Levine. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Here's the screen. Cephalosha kicks to Teague. The feed to Schroeder. Back to Teague. The 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start is on its heels practically the entire game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Bielitsa comes in for Gorgui Dieng. And James Johnson is subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. For Minnesota, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Mike Muscala is checked in for Atlanta. That one drops. He ties it up. 46 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Feeds it to Cephalosha. Splitter sets a screen. Down low. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Hawks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Sanford. He trains the quick shot.
Come on now, let's go.
Mr. Clutch has got 7 points in the game. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. There's the 3. And it's Schroeder missing. Here's Levine. And he banks in the layup. Levine's got his second basket of the night.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Schroeder. No good off the front iron. Well, it's been a high-scoring.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for James Johnson. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Levine. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Ricky Rubio. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Paul Millsap. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. Sanford, he's in at point guard. Wiggins is out there with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Pekovic, and it's Muhammad in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Wiggins with it, picked up by Teague. Wiggins passes to Mr. Clutch. And that one goes long. Hawks shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Here's Scott. Another three for Atlanta.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Teague covering.
Stick it to one.
Takes a shot at the elbow. No good from Mr. Clutch. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Sefolosha. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. And nothing is falling for him right now. Atlanta's shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Teague dishes to Splitter. Well, the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. Shabazz Muhammad, 4.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, Greg, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Teague covering. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Looking for Splitter. He gets it there.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Pass to Bialica. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now here's Schroeder. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Outside Teague. With 1 on the clock. And so that brings the first half to a close. Hawks ahead. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. For a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Sefolosha. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. On the court for Atlanta, Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Scott, and it's Splitter in at the 5. Hardaway, no good.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Johnson kicks to Pekovic. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Takes it from 10. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Levine.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Splitter sets a screen. Schroeder passes to Splitter. Pekovic with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Sanford had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. The Hawks leading by 11. And taken away by Johnson. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he gets it to go. Johnson's got his first basket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Out to the right wing. Here's Schroeder. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And the Hawks making a change here. Muscala's checked in. 1:10 left in the third. The Timberwolves shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. No good from Mr. Clutch.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Really left alone that time. Hardaway has got 5 points so far.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
There's a good screen. Kicks it to Schroeder. Shoots from the high post. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 11. That misses off the backboard. Outside Hardaway. The dish to Schroeder. Unloads from 13. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got his third rebound on the night. And no good trying to get that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. Atlanta making some changes. Splitter is checked in for Cephalosha. Millsap comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for them in the end.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Al Horford. And what the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Sanford in at point guard. Bialica is out there with Pekovic. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Levine in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Minnesota with the ball. 15-point game. And the shot's good for Mr. Clutch.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Muscala kicks it over to Schroeder. That 3 off the mark. Levine passes to Mr. Clutch. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Johnson the screen. Sanford. And that misses everything. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win.
We got to forget about that one.
Well, Paul, congratulations on this.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Al Horford, he's racked up a double-double with points and rebounds tonight, and that made the difference. A terrific effort on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, Al Horford put in some serious work.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
Tell them where I'm from. I'll make the 6 straight jump. Tell them where I'm from. I'll make the 6 straight jump from SoCal.
Yeah. I realize this. I realize this. Respect this here. Check.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA championship, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So, no, you just have to have – guys want to be on good teams, great teams. That's more memorable than being in a place that has late-night dining.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Kenny, but the big market's still having a
Beneath the tranquil hills of Washington Park, downtown Portland alive with activity. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Portland playing for the home crowd again tonight. Last time just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Kane. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Kane's got his first points of the game.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
The offensive rebound, kicks it to Harkless. Lillard left side. Portland no good that time either.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter. Pass to Kane. Fires top of the key. And that one's good. Kane's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Nobody near Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Thien passes to Bjelica. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Pekovic throws it down.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Back to Lillard. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Kane. Crabbe pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard attacking. Pass to Crabbe. To the wing on the left. Over in the corner, Lillard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lillard's got 6. Here's Kane. Last game he had 13. Good if it goes. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Lillard's checked in for Davis. Timberwolves also changing it up. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Levine, and it's Kane in for Ricky Rubio. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al-Farouq Amino is out there with Alan Crabbe, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
Here's Kane. He's got 6. Clock at 4. Expanding his range. Portland grabs the miss. Aminu's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Crabbe. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Muhammad. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Muhammad's got 8 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early. You know, looking around, he knew one of his teammates was going to be open when they hit him with that double team, and he took advantage.
Here's Kane. Plumlee with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. To Lillard. Feeds it to Plumlee. Dishes to McCollum. There's the pass to Lillard. Curls it from outside. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap. And let's check out stats for Damian Lillard. His last 10 games have been exceptional, averaging 25 points per, 12 assists, and just over 2 steals. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
So both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good from Kane.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunities.
And it's blocked by Kane, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. No luck. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, and that was a night where they just didn't seem to be the type of team that we've grown accustomed to seeing. I mean, it was more about them being individuals on the floor than the collective unit.
Guys, I think it was simply a vacuum of leadership. Nobody really gathered the team and tried to rally them or pull them together. You know, that was most disappointing about the loss to me.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in. Both free throws good from Kane. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Lillard outside. There's the dish to Crabbe. And there's the feed to Kaman. Clock at 6. He was all alone on that one. And that's 12 points for Damian Lillard.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
To the wing right side. Here's Kane. And so we conclude the first half. Minnesota on top, up by 12. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where...
A different look now for Portland. Chris Kaman's checked in for Plumlee. Harkless comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Alan Crabbe in for C.J. McCollum. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Johnson comes in for Gorgie Dang. Levine's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Kane in for Ricky Rubio. On the court for Minnesota, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Pekovic is out there with Johnson, and it's Kane in at the point. The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Timberwolves leading by 17. Here's Wiggins. The shot is off. Great D that time from Davis. For Portland, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Kaman wide open. He fires. Nice open look, but it's no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And he gets it to go.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Pass to Harkless. He feeds it to Kaman. Puts it up from 15. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Fades. And Harkless pulls it down.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Lillard with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. 1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kane. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
Let's go.
Kane's got 12 in the game.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Levine. He kicks it to Wiggins. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. 10 points for him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Lillard attacking. And the shot is good.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Kane, covered by Lillard. Lets it go from 11. Portland grabs the miss. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. Here's Harkless, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Harkless. He's off on the second. Here's Kane. He's got 12. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. 14 points for Freak.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
No good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves lead by 19. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Here's McCollum. McCollum is out there with Crabbe. Then there's Chris Kaman. Then there's Davis. And it's Harkless in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, 16 points for Freak.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but Clark, they really kept the ball under control.
I thought they were both focused and relentless, Kevin.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this was the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Jang. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and he gets it to go.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Kane, covered by Lillard. Kane, no luck. The Blazers on offense. Lillard dishes to Harkless. Back to Lillard. Inside, Collier. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Here's Kane. Another miss by Minnesota. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Poke loose. "20 feet out. Shot, no good. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Gorgui Dieng. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
I can't imagine a player having a better...
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, things have definitely been looking up for them lately during this midseason stretch. I think pieces are really falling into place for them at this stage. And All-Star Weekend approaching, always a big stage, but how desirable is it today for players to be in a big market? Kenny, do you think that aspect is as important as it used to be?
No. When Miami Heat won the NBA championship, small market team, they're about 29th market. You know, San Antonio Spurs win the NBA champions, small market team, below 30 in terms of U.S. cities. So, no.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, our setting as we take a look at this striking view of the landmark 3rd Avenue Bridge. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Minnesota Timberwolves earlier this season, they were the winning team in the last... We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Now here's Walker. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. He dishes it to Lamb. Launches a three. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns a season from average to excellent.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Here's Lamb. Charlotte no good that time either.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Batum, good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Kane, and off the front iron, and in it goes. And so here's Charlotte. 4-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And, you know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
And there's Michael Kidd Gilchrist on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And, guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stoppable.
Pass to Kane from deep. It's rebounded by Kidd Gilchrist. Hornets have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Walker dishes to Kaminsky, and Kidd Gilchrist kicks to Batum. Can't hit, and Minnesota now the other way. Here's Kane. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Portland. Wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Kane's got his second basket. Charlotte is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Outside, Walker. Shot from the top of the key. And the shot no good, a bit short. From outside the arc. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Minnesota on top. They... We got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the board.
Let me look on the floor for Minnesota. Timberwolves leading by 3. Kane, he's in at the point. James Johnson is out there with Bialese. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Pekovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot. No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Here's Wiggins, misses from close range. Hornets trail by 5. Outside, Walker jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
76% on the season from the foul line.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Kane. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Timberwolves second.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
They didn't shoot it particularly well from the line in the first quarter. They're doing better right now.
Both free throws good from Kane.
So far in the game for Mr. Clutch, he has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless. I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
For Charlotte, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And the free throw, no good.
2 minutes.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Poked away. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Kane, the pass to Johnson. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
The Hornets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And a wide open look for Walker. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Walker's got 8 points.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Kane, that's good. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Walker, the open look. And it's Walker again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Shot's good. Walker's got 10 points in the game.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Timberwolves lead by 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke.
Well, guys, I'm here with Al Jefferson. And
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Andrew. Back in for Gorgie Dan. Zach LaVine comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Kane in for Ricky Rubio. On the court for the Hornets, Jefferson is out there with Kaminsky. There's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Hairston. The 11-footer. Levine with the rebound. Here's Pekovic. Hornets with the rebound.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Kramer. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Timberwolves leading by 9. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist is checked in. Jefferson's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And Lamb kicks to Hairston. Goes up on the wing. Can't get it to go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Levine passes to Kane. And Jefferson sends it back. Johnson against Hairston. Launches it. The rebound by Johnson.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Levine passes to Kane. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Kane's got 17. Hornets trail by 14. And Lamb kicks to Jefferson. There's the dish to Hairston. Puts it up. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Assist goes to Al Jefferson.
1:02 left in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. Here's Levine. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Levine's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Hairston. Great D that time from Pekovic. For Minnesota, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Kane. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. He had stolen by Lamb. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Look at that jam. Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Kane, covered by Hairston. Kane, no luck. From deep. Off target with that shot.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Some changes here for the Hornets. Kaminsky comes in for Bargnani. And Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Gerald Green. Kane in at point guard. Bialica is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Towns, and it's Levine in at the two-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Lamb. There's the call on James Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Kaminsky. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
A two-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Mr. Clutch. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Jeremy Lamb. That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for him. Charlotte making a switch.
Stand the boys.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Kane. And here's Charlotte. Pass to Lamb. Picked by Bargnani. Hairston against Johnson. Kramer. No good on the triple. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Kane. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Lamb with the ball. Here's Kramer. That one off the back iron and out. Kane can't get it to fall. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark. But
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He put up a new season high tonight, and if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no player on the court is. He was outstanding. Flisney.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the board.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.